Hey boys, welcome back to some more Beer Pro here, taking on Newcastle Knights in the preseason. I would have usually skipped over the preseason games, but I actually forgot that they were preseason matches. But you know what? That's fine. Hopefully we can get a little bit of form coming from this. Totally different competition here from what we started in with the Queensland Cup. And again, we will have standard lineup. I don't really know any of these guys apart from the bench man, Kalen Ponga. It would have been nice if they slotted him in on the wing, and there's a little bit of a criticism again. Like Kalen Ponga would obviously have like a couple of positions. We're a fullback, wing, and 5'8", I think. So it's just a little weird how the game doesn't put the best player at fullback, or even if they wanted to do that, just put Ponga on the wing because he's obviously in the best team. But it's one of those things. We started the game off pretty poorly. It was actually probably shouldn't have called for it, but man, the ball found us. We were straight through the gap. Like it looked nice, and unfortunately they're going to score on the back of it early in this match, and that's pretty much down to us as well. Like there was a big hole there, so I'm assuming the game wanted me to stand there. Like I was sort of more traditional behind the play, but obviously nowadays the fullback does stand up in the line. So I guess that was probably my hole to fill. So I definitely learned a lesson there to more stay in the line, which is probably better anyway. I was just sort of getting a little bit behind the back there. As you see, we are actually kicking off, so I'm assuming that'll mean that we'll be kicking goals, which is pretty cool. We didn't do that in the first game, I don't think, so it's a little strange, but I did put my goal kicking stat like pretty high. It was one of the points that I put a fair bit into, as again the Knights are just killing us. But thankfully the big hit comes, and we try to counter-attack straight away, but I don't know, he must have called that a forward pass, which is a little unlucky, but we're going to get the scrum feed here. But yeah, that's cool. We're going to be kicking goals, so I will try to put the points into goal kicking so we can actually become a goal kicker. As a beautiful little inside pass there, that is what I'm talking about. That is beautiful. Unfortunately, our player really can't take advantage. If we were higher rated, we would have been straight through into the backfield, but we just couldn't. We had no turn of speed, unfortunately. It was a nice play nonetheless, and on the back of that, our outside man actually made good ground. And then I was just trying to be a little clever there on 4 tackle, just try to trap them in the in goal, but I just got too much of it. It was actually not. It actually sort of almost bounced up and stayed in the in goal, but not to be. As bomb goes up, we take it nicely. That's always a little weird to me for some reason. Sometimes the indication or the timing doesn't actually show up when the kicks go up. I don't know why it stops. Like when you see that kick again, like it did for a little bit, but then it went away like straight away. So I don't know exactly why. As right here, oh man, Sam Stone, the young gun who's played quite a few games now for the top grade side, scores. Yeah, we had to come and make the tackle. A little flick pass there, offload, and one-on-one with the smaller man. Couldn't stop him, so not too much we could have done right there. Just the Knights playing a little too good at the minute, so 12-0 up. Thankfully, it is obviously still the preseason, so these games don't really mean too much. I said we would like to get some confidence, but might not happen as we look to go for 40-20. It's just going to go out on the full. Oh, we're so close to greatness here in this game. It wasn't a bad kick. I called for it. I wanted it early. Like that's sort of what put me off. I called for it early, but they didn't go to me straight away. Is on the back of it, man. Oh, unfortunately, it's our errors that are costing the team. The fullback meanie here just steps a couple of would-be tacklers. I try to come across, but again, no speed at all, so I couldn't get him. And that's a big momentum killer. 40-20, we could have been up the other end, scored a try of ourselves, but it's now going to be 18-0 going into the break. So as you see, I didn't change the camera angle up. For the rest of the series, I will go back to the default one I was using just before, but I don't know, I was sort of like, I want to change the camera angle because the other one, I couldn't really see the full play properly, so I put it back to like end far, but it's a little bit too far, so I eventually do switch it back. But off the kickoff, we actually get a great opportunity, our first real opportunity of the game. But of course, it gets absolutely fucking squandered by a big hit, and the hooker, we're making no ground. Oh, making no ground. Our best chance of the game just gets demolished so quickly. But man, that felt good. Oh, that felt good. The dummy half. The offload came. I read it. I just lined him up and just fucking dropped him. It was beautiful. I do like the big hits, and it always feels good when your play, especially gets it. But right, what the fuck is happening? The dummy half, the worst pass of all time. But then our player trying to pick it up, sort of going. Oh man, this has turned into an absolute scrappy affair. The under-20s match, but we're gonna get the ball here. I don't know what's doing. Our team is actually fucking terrible in this under-20s comp. As Sam Stone actually picks up an injury, but so I did change the camera angle up once again, and another drop ball right there. But I did change it again. I was just trying out a couple of different camera angles, but like I said, the more default camera angle I will stick with. But the dummy half, it's going to get one up on us again. We did level him just before. Caused a turnover. But right here, he just took off. Marcus too slow. The other dummy half couldn't make the tackle, and I sort of overread the play a little bit. And that's going to be 24-0. I mean, what can we do? We can't really... I mean, that's the thing. We can't do anything because we don't have the stamina or the speed to really cause too much trouble. And unfortunately, the Cowboys under-20s team seems like complete fucking trash in this game anyway. As we try a little early kick here, just trying to get some field position really. But unfortunately, poor kick chase and a couple of missed tackles by us included lets them get good field position. As right there, another big hit, but it actually spills backwards. And Clark here is going to power his way over the line, but thankfully, he is held up. He's gone out to the video ref, but it was actually good defense that time, rolling him onto his back, which is nice. As a little kick goes in, and old mate's gonna pick it up and score. And I thought I actually might have saved the day here. I do find this animation pretty funny because they actually go in with their fucking knees. Like, I don't know why they chose this animation. Like, it looks okay, but like he's just going straight in with the knees. Like, that's a penalty. That's a professional foul. That should be you know, that's the try, 2 points and then 2 points under the post, really. Like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's the animation. Like, it just looks very, very strange. Like, you're just going straight in with the knees, but I thought I might have pulled off a try saver. Unfortunately, not to be, so 30-0 as we get a last-ditch effort here, but that is going to be full-time. So an absolute fucking thumping to the Knights. I mean, what can we say? 2 of 10 completions. Yeah, not a great performance. Hopefully, guys are enjoying the series. It'll get better. You know, we just need to progress a bit, and you know, when we get into the NRL, it's going to be a lot better. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one.